Hello, football fan. You are all welcome to Football Exercise. Today we are going to be making our review of how it went over the weekend with Chelsea Football Club. There are a lot of games that were played over the weekend, but we just want to start with how it went with Chelsea, and when we have some moment, we can also review all the other matches that were played over the weekend. If you remember, for those of us who come to this channel, we prediction for this match going into it was 3-0 in favor of Chelsea. And the thinking behind the score line is that Tottenham Hotspur seems to have a lot of injury situation. They do not have enough personnel to be able to go into this game and give Chelsea the kind of problem that they can worry about. And it is also with the assumption that Chelsea is going to be able to uh, position themselves very well in a way that they'll be able to deal with anything that Tottenham Hotspur is going to be throwing at them. But how did the game pan out? It turns out that it was Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. And this is very, very interesting to see how it all turned out. If anybody's seeing this score line, you're going to think that Tottenham Hotspur played very well and Chelsea just barely escaped the fury with which Tottenham Hotspur was really playing. But that is not how the game went. Chelsea only gave Tottenham Hotspur 2 easy goals because Cucurella slipped twice in that game. And in the two instances when we do our tactical analysis of how things went, the force sleeping, actually the ball could still be defended. So those are some of the learning and training that needs to go into a young squad like Chelsea to be able to figure out how to recover, how to win games in situation like that. If that ball is well defended by Colwell, Chelsea would not have conceded in that kind of situation, and probably the game will have gone differently. Well, after this, what Chelsea is now looking forward to is how to play against Astana on Thursday. And one player that they could turn to will be Milo Modric. He's been out of the squad for a while now, and the reason given is that he is ill. But one thing we noticed in the match that Chelsea played against Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday was, if you remember, those of us who visited our channel, we were expecting Nicholas Jackson to pull up a very good performance, and I think he went into that game with that mindset that, okay, I played against this team twice and I always score against them. First time I played against them, I scored hat-trick, and second time I played against them, I was able to provide the second goal to give it a brace over this Tottenham Hotspur. So he went into the game, I want to believe, overconfident, and it turns out that they did not really perform as expected despite its number. And we see that there are situations where Maresca had to pick him up so that he will not feel dejected, because when his other colleague were actually celebrating with the fans, he was feeling so sorry and feeling so sorry for himself, and Maresca had to pick him up. One of the other news we had today was William Estadio. William Estadio, he was asked by ESPN in Brazil that what number will he prefer when he comes to play for Chelsea, and the young man just said that, you know what, if they can give me the same number as the number is currently using with Palmeiras, that he will be cool with it. And this is one thing about this young player. He's a young guy, he's never really ahead of himself, he's humble, but we felt like the number that will be given to this guy is going to be number 10 shirt. Just keep an eye on this space. We felt number 10 shirt is one that's going to be handed to him at some point later. At Chelsea Football Club, it just felt suddenly as if Chelsea struck a gold or golds with the kind of coaches they had now. If you remember last year, they had Pochettino and Emma Hayes. They had Pochettino and Emma Hayes, and people thought that with Emma Hayes, when she left the club, it's going to be a difficult day for Chelsea. Guess what happened? They got Sonia Bonpastor. Sonia Bonpastor has been excellent. She's been excellent since they came to Chelsea, and she's played numbers of games now, and it's all been W. So this is unbelievable. And then we talk of Mariska. When Mariska came into this team, a lot of people do not know what to expect, including myself, but I just knew that a paradigm has shifted in football club and in football clubs, and most clubs now are looking at different parameters altogether to be able to appoint a head coach. When you see case in point, what's his name now, the coach of Burnley, Vincent Kompany going to Bayern Munich. You look at Alonso, Xavi Alonso as the manager of Bayern Leverkusen. You look at McKenna. McKenna was also considered for Chelsea job. Maresca was also considered for Chelsea job. And there are top coaches all around the world that their resume could work them into any of this football club. But what did the football club did? They decided to go with this kind of coaches, and it pretty worked out well. At least from Chelsea's point of view, it probably worked out well. So what a start to their Chelsea career. It's been very interesting. Again, the media continues to try their hardest to make sure that Enzo Maresca cave into their prayer and start thinking that his team is all set for the title at this time. Well, there is it's just a further to that, we also still want to maintain, Enzo still wants to continue to let the media know that Chelsea is not in a title race. We've had our position on this in the past. We think this is a way of just making sure that the players, which are mainly young, do not find themselves under pressure and not getting results. I just have a stinky feeling that that might happen at some point during the season. They might find themselves on top of the table and the rest of the people chasing them, and it's looking like, oh, these folks are going to win the league. Two ways that can pan out. It's either they will season that and just continue to win, or they will cave under the pressure. Time is a healer. We will see what this is going to be for Chelsea. And what can we say about this player? This bunch of players saying we are not title contender. Please stop putting that label on us. Well, what are we seeing here? We're seeing the table of the year before. I mean, at this stage in 2023-2024, this was where Chelsea was, and it was a different scenario altogether by week 14 of year 2024-2025. It has come to this point. It was Liverpool still on top of the table, with Chelsea right beneath them by 7-point game. What do we have at the end of this weekend? Week of 15, Chelsea had additional 3 points. Arsenal drop point, City drop point, Nottingham Forest drop point. I'm not sure of the result gotten by Villa. I think Villa won their game. In another development today, William Estavio, we talked about the fact that he's not bothered if he gets the number 41 shirt for Chelsea. Another star loading. Why always Chelsea? That is what Football Exercise posted in their with Twitter handle today about this player. This player is just on the rise. The packaging and everything around him is just packaging now as a top player, and this player is just 17-year-old plus. It's not going to be on 18 until Chelsea pick them up to play with them in the coming season. So what do we have left in the news today? We see Enzo Maresca comment about his winger. And this is what he has to say about his wingers. And when we say Enzo Maresca's winger, we're talking about Pedro Neto and Jadon Sancho. Enzo Maresca said, I'm impressed by Jadon Sancho, but not only with him on the ball, also the way he is defending him, Pedro Neto. It is not just about goals and assists, it's about the way they walk off the ball, the sacrifice, top job. This is what Enzo Maresca has to say, and this speaks volume. What does this mean for Noni Madueke and Modric? This means that these are Maresca's first team winger. If you ask him, this are his first team winger. If he's playing the other guys, it's because he just had to play them and get them going. Well, there are rumors today about the kind of defender that Chelsea is looking forward to. There's been the news of Thomas Araujo. Thomas Araujo is been in the news, and it looks like Chelsea has been looking at him. They says he might be going the other way. But additional news that comes today is a comparison. What does it bring into the team? When you compare Levi Colwill and Thomas Araujo, and then you compare Levi Colwill and Fofana are together, it looks more like the combination of Thomas Araujo and Colwill is going to be a better combination compared to Wesley Fofana and Levi Colwill. You can see in this chart that there's a complement there. What Araujo has, Cole Palmer has, Levi Colwill has it, and there's an overlap there. But when you look at the Wesley and Colwill, the definement, when you compare Levi Colwill and Fofana, it looks like they're both like a similar kind of defender. There isn't much different, but there is complementary that I'm seeing when you compare Thomas Araujo with Levi Colwill. If Chelsea really want to push for this league, they need to get a central defender over this window, and they also need to get a striker. Very, very important if they want to seize on the opportunity of winning the EPL title this year. It is not difficult, and this is the report about Araujo. Brought that to us a couple of days ago, and then please remember to like, share, and turn on your notification button so that next time we are here, we will be able to have you notified when we have a new content. Until we see you in the next one. Ciao.